So hi there, welcome to the latest issues of the Infinity Gauntlet. This is stages 17, 18 and 19 where we'll be working on the thumb, and we've also received our very first free gifts. So hi guys, I've switched to big view because our free gifts, I think this is pack 5 we've received now, and it does come with 2 posters. I do apologise, it's going to be a terrible focus, but this is the first time I'm seeing these, and these are the posters. That looks like the entire Avengers Endgame. So I'm sorry that I'm not showing you very well, but that's a rather nice poster. When I get my craft room sorted out, I might actually pop that up on the wall. The only trouble is you do tend to get posters with builds, and it's not going to be long before my whole walls will be filled up. This is the second poster, and this one is that another Avengers poster? Yeah, this is Avengers Infinity War. So I would be more tempted to use this poster, to be honest with you, because we are building the Gauntlet from the Infinity Saga. This is the Infinity Wars, whereas that other one is just I don't know. I don't know enough about the Avengers anyway, but you know, I watch the films. I'm not geeky and I don't get into them. Right guys, let's do some building, shall we? So, body camera. Now, have I done that right? It looks like I have no logos. Why do I have no logos in screen? Not to worry. Right, so we will begin as always with the first issue in the pack. We are going to need the thumb. So that is the size of the thumb so far, and I see that I'm going to need an adjustment on the camera. Right, so there's our thumb. Now you might get the video, the magazine in shot. I do apologise if you do. Let me pop my drink on the floor. Give me a little bit more room. So we are getting piece A17, which is this one. So now I did have a comment many videos ago. I do film a lot of my videos in advance, and I think it was P40F20 named 2 of my pieces. So if anybody wishes to name this piece, this is A71 currently, and it also comes with a pack of 3 screws. So what we are going to do with this is obviously we'll open the screws up like so. I think we'll probably only need, oh, we need 1. That's interesting. So they've given us 3 screws, but we only need the 1. That's rather generous to give you 300% of the screws that are required. Right, so we're going to simply pop this into there. Now it says top hole, and it goes on like that. So you'll see there's a screw hole there, and there's a square tab there, and then there's a square hole there, and that's just going to simply line up like that. And we will use a single screw, and I see that the piece has fallen out of the hole. There we go, and that screw is going to go into that hole there. Might possibly have needed a larger screwdriver head, but that's on solid, that's fine, and that's working fine. And I think, yep, that is the end of that stage, that magazine. So we'll pop that safely to one side, and then we'll take a look at issue 18, which is imaginatively titled Thumb 8. And this comes with slightly more pieces this time. Pop that to one side. So we have got piece C71, and that's a egg-shaped piece of plastic with what appears to be 2 magnets. So is that for the one of the lights? We have A72. That looks a bit duller than the rest of the other pieces. So I don't know if maybe some polishing could be in order there. We have got DO3 times 2. These look like little brackets. And we have got 9 screws plus 2, so there should be 11 screws in there, and they look perhaps plastic screws. Screw 1 it's called. So let's see what we get up to. Obviously more than the last issue. So the first thing we need to do is place the 2 magnet holders. So they're obviously our magnets. One way to find out, isn't there? Yep, they're definitely magnets. Given that this is a non-magnetized screwdriver, that's definitely magnets in there. So that's going to go into there like so, and then there'll be another one going in there as well, and we just want to screw those in. Now I might struggle a little bit because my screwdriver, or the screws, they just want to be friends with the magnet. But one way to combat that, you see how I've got my thumb there like that? I can then just guide the screw in. You won't always get problems, but if you just go, let's see what happens when we just come in. The magnet might not be very strong. Yeah, it is trying to pull towards the magnet, but sometimes when you've got a very strong magnet, the screw will actually be pulled off the screwdriver onto the magnet. So by just placing your thumb there, it gives it a kind of a little guide. So that one's gone in, no problems. And remember, we're not tightening screws up until they can't go anymore. We're just tightening them up until the piece that we're screwing in is no longer moving. Now these, you could get away with that quite loose actually, because there's nowhere for the magnet holder to go. And I just had a little bit of a freak out there because I thought my microphone was still on mute, but it's not. Right, 5, 6. So that is going to go into there, and what you will notice is that you've got 4 screw holes there, and they're longer on one side, and then on the actual thumb you've got the pegs, you've got 2 longer pegs. So that longer peg wants to go into the shorter hole. No, it doesn't. The longer peg wants to go over the longer holes, like that. So it's actually going to make a raised piece on the thumb. So let's get a couple more screws out ready. And I'm actually going to get 2 more screws out, because we know that 2 of these screws are spare, and we know we've done 4 screws. We're going to do another 4 screws. We need 9 in total, so we might as well get all 9 of them out ready. So first one in, as per normal, I'm just going to put it in just enough to bite, and then I'll do the opposite diagonal one like so, just enough to bite. That's not even gone in. So yeah, that's gone in. So that one's in. And then the third one can go in. Don't even know if that one's gone in. It feels like it's gone in. And the fourth one, we can drive that one in all the way. And then we'll just work our way back. There we go. That's in. I can't think what these are. Oh, these are actually being drilled into metal, aren't they? So these are metal screws. So these can go in as far as they want to. If you over tighten, you do run the risk of breaking this plastic. So what we'll do is we'll just keep going until we think they don't want to go anymore, and then we'll feel the actual piece. There we go. And there's no movement there, so I'm calling that one done. And that leaves us with just one final piece, which is our A72. And we see there's a screw hole there, and there's a lug there. So that's going to go in. You might just need to pull that. No, that's okay. I thought we might need to just pull that thumb a bit. So the last one's going in there, and that will finish off this issue. So quite interesting, because these are obviously, they've hit us with spectacular pieces right at the start of the build, which I think you kind of expect that, and you know that that size pieces aren't going to continue. But these have become a little bit more technical now, just a little bit more to do. But that is the end of that stage. Let's have a look at stage 19. So yeah, it's the nature of the beast with us. We get spectacular issues and we get not so spectacular issues, but so far I would say it's been a nice balance. You know, we've had our big issues with not much to do, and now we've got this issue, which is a lot more to do, but not so much product wise. So which one do you prefer, guys? Do you prefer build things up really quickly, or do you like lots more to do? So this is the thumb stage 9, and we have got piece A73. Now what can I call? I'm going to name this one myself. Let's call it Vera. Can I call it Vera? The reason I'm going to call it Vera is my great aunt, who died many years ago, her house number was 73 St William's Way. So maybe I could call A73 Vera. If you can come up with a better name, you are more than welcome to. I might completely ignore you. So this is D4. This is just called D4. This is obviously some kind of clip, and that's going to go into there. And we are getting 3 screws, which is screw 1 of which is spare. Right, so it says screws 1 times 1 plus 1, but they've got a picture of 3 screws. So I'm going to use the unopened pack. Sorry, the open pack. So that little clip goes into there, and that's going to be screwed into the hole in the middle. Nice and simple. Oh, I didn't think that one ever wanted to stop. Right, and that is going to simply clip into there. Why that's a clip, I do not know. Why it's not screwed in. And then we've just got to figure out which way round this goes. And that answers itself, because if you put it in the wrong way, it doesn't seem to want to go in. Right, that's in. No, that's not in. So how do you know when it's in? Oh, that's in. I didn't hear anything. I didn't feel anything. Now that's coming out again. That's oh, that was a click. Now it's still coming out. Check I've not got it the wrong way round. No, it won't go in the wrong way round. Excuse me, sorry. I've just got if you remember, I've had hay fever. It turns out that led on to sinusitis, and everything's all just beginning to clear up now. I'm not happy with this. It does come off very easily. See, I want to push it really hard, but I don't want to break anything. But it does say place the assembly on the thumb over the joint and press until it clicks into place, which it clearly is not going to do. Ah, there we go. No, see, it tried to click. That was a click, and it just pops out again. I don't think I've got this the wrong way round, have I? I think this is too stiff, actually. Right, let's... I mean, this is what I'm about to do is a little bit silly, because this is a symmetrical piece, but... let's see if it's any different, if it's the other way around. Another idea is perhaps to perhaps not screw it in fully, and then maybe that way it will connect. No. Okay, I don't know if I have a defective piece, bad design, or what. Oh, there we go, that was a click. There we go. So on mine it looks like if you screw that in fully, it actually pulls the clip back too far. But I put the screw in maybe with about another millimetre, maybe millimetre and a half left to fully turn, and that's obviously now pushed that, let that come out a little bit more. It's not loose, but yeah, it's in, so I'm happy with that. So that is it, guys. I have just completed 3 issues. It does seem to have, tell you what, bear with me one sec. I'm not going to pause or anything. I'll be back in a sec. Hello, cats. Are you causing trouble? Oh. Right, I thought looking at it that the greenstone. It will. Right, sorry, give me a sec, guys. So this is what happens when you look at pictures and don't read instructions. There are no instructions for this. It just shows you the build so far. But this stone there, yeah, look, see how it goes in on the thumb, and it stays in as well. And then this is, I'm not even going to try and do a mock with the actual with the knuckly bit, because you can see that that's going to connect in there. But that's our thumb, guys, so that's pretty massive. Right, guys, so that's it then. That is issues 17 to 19. The next issues are issues 20 and 21, which I do not have within arm's reach at the moment. So you'll just have to take my word for them. But ever so simple build on 20 and 21. We're just going to be doing the knuckle protectors. So hopefully I'll catch you in that video. You guys take care and have a wonderful week.